on this beautiful day or night, depending on where you are in the world. It is either, I believe, Thursday or Friday. For me, it is early Friday morning. It is literally the first minutes of Friday. So it's good to see you guys. Who's the, I think, new person? Andre with the Ukrainian, not flag, but Ukrainian colors and country. Very interesting. Hopefully that doesn't start anything because I noticed something interesting about that little illustration of Ukraine. But I don't think anyone cares right now. We're here to learn some English. Going to have some fun. Oh, let me pull the camera closer. I was sleeping before this, so I was sleeping, and then I'm waking up. No, I woke up for this, and after this, I'll continue my sleep. So I'm literally giving this lesson in between sleep on this day. It's my fault for falling asleep anyway, so it's not that nice. Yeah, because when we changed the time, we didn't change the time of the lesson. So for me, it's midnight. I have to do these lessons, but from what I can remember, it was always 11 o'clock for me. But for some reason, this city, Novosibirsk, decided to change its time. Like I don't know, a month ago. Then it's been 12 o'clock for me, which is actually good for me on Monday. Really good for me on Monday because I go out and stuff, and it's better for me to come home at 12. All right. So anyway, let's see. Any new people? Well, mostly pros here. Mostly the pros are here and stuff. Last week we did model verbs. Yeah. That's what we did last week. We were focusing on whether something was. Does anyone remember we were focusing on? There were like two things a word could be. It was it was like necessity, and what else? Who remembers? It was necessity and possibility, right? Because I forgot myself. Worked on necessity and possibility, and that was pretty fun. It wasn't hard. But today we're going to work on well, actually, it was a little difficult. Today we're going to work on pronunciation, and before we get into this lesson, I'm going to make like off my head. Does anyone have any questions about American pronunciation? Maybe some words or good Lord, maybe some words, maybe a phrase or something you don't know how to say properly, or something that just sounds weird. Anything, you can just type it there, and I will be able to answer you while I'm here before we get to the lesson. So I don't think I want to do a tongue twister this time. I remember before we were doing tongue twisters and stuff, but I don't really want to do that. I actually want to focus on, I guess, just pronouncing certain words that are difficult for residents to pronounce. Words that are usually pronounced either, or either, the same with neither. Well, people say both. People actually say both with either, either. People actually say both, either or either. They say it, but I would say either is more common. Well, this isn't British. Everything I'm teaching is American based, so I have no British answers. I have no idea what they do. They do their own special little thing. I do something else. So mine is definitely based on American English. So, and here we say both, either or either. I have pizza over here. Flies trying to eat my pizza and stuff. Go buy your own pizza, fly. Screw that. Yeah. And so either or either, good question. Any other questions you guys may have before we go on with the lesson? British American E. I guess I can agree with that. I have a British friend actually, and he actually left me a message. Is there any way I can play this message for you guys to hear it? Actually, yes. Actually, yes. Okay. This is funny. I just made this video today. I have a British friend who, he doesn't live in Russia, but he visits Russia often because he has a child here. So he comes here pretty often. And yesterday we had a conversation over WhatsApp. And you guys already know what I sound like, so I don't really have to say anything. But he left me a very, very, very interesting message. And I figured to make a video out of this message, not because he's British, but because he was asking me something extremely interesting. And I want you guys to hear his accent, because his accent is very, very, it's his accent's just British. So I just want you to hear a little bit of this, and I want you guys to get the idea of what a British accent sounds like. Okay? So let's listen really quick.
Bro, let me ask you a question though. Or maybe you do, how do you not find Russian girls fucking nightmares, man? Seriously, because guys that I speak to, even guys that I know that have been with Russian girls say that Russian women are the worst fucking people to deal with. Like they're just fucking cuckoo, really. I'm not saying it because like I feel it because obviously based upon this one, the girl, this girl that I'm with now, but fucking, I don't know, man. Just even after speaking to some Russian guys, they all say the same thing. Russian girls are just the worst. I don't know, man. How do you put up with them? I don't know. It's maybe because you're not like with living with them like daily, or I don't know, man. How do you put up with these girls, man? Seriously. Or maybe you're just around the good ones. I don't know.
Okay, did anyone understand his issue? Was he understandable? Because I think even if you don't like the British accent too much, I think he was pretty understandable. Did anyone understand him? Just let me know, like, and if you can, you could put a number. That would be great. So you can say like, I understood if you understood everything, but then you can put 50%, 60%, 70%. Like, how much did you guys understand him? Because I think, yeah, he has a strong British accent, but to me, he speaks so clearly. I seldom ever have an issue understanding this guy. I understand everything he says. Bit harder because got used with the American. Okay, so if you can, what percent did you understand? Maybe 30%, maybe 40%. What percent of it did you understand? Okay, all right. Well, I guess most of you got it. More than 50, okay. More than 50, 20, damn, 20. Wow. Maybe I got used to him. Maybe I got used to his voice because we've been talking on WhatsApp for years. Can I say years? Maybe years. Maybe. And you know, I got used to his voice. I really got used to his accent and everything, but I never realized. But yes, that's the British accent. And as you listen to it and then listen to me right after, you can definitely hear the difference. More than 1%. Oh, come on. About 85. Okay, that's good. So he messaged me because he's in Russia now. He's from Britain, of course. But right now he's in the city of Saratov. He's in the city of Saratov. And he lives with a Russian woman, and basically she's driving him crazy, and he's begging me to tell him how I can deal with Russian women because he believes Russian women are the craziest, most wildest, just weirdest women in the world. And what makes it worse is his Russian guy friends, because he's in Russia, his Russian male friends are telling him the same thing. They say, we agree, they're crazy, be careful. That's what they're saying. And plus, he's rich too. So, unlike with me, because no, I'm not rich. I mean, I may have money, but I'm not rich. He's rich. So, a lot of the girls he dates makes him buy them shoes, clothes, cell phones, and stuff like that. So yeah, of course, not all of them. I mean, I don't realize this at all, but this is just from him because he's never left me a message like that. But this dude was begging for me to explain it to him. So yeah. All right, so let's get to some words that's generally hard to pronounce. Okay, I'm going to Google English words to pronounce. Okay, let's see. Oh wow, they have hard English words to pronounce. Let's see for Russians. Ooh, English words most commonly mispronounced by foreigners. Oh, this should be fun. This should be fun. Is this Russian? Okay, this one says the list below contains some of the most commonly mispronounced words mostly by foreigners in English. Pronunciation is given in the International Phonetic Alphabet (IPA) and in a notation that uses just three IPA symbols, blah blah blah, and should be quite intuitive to read. The stress syllables indicates where the stress is. Okay, so here you go. Well, I don't think you guys are gonna see. The problem is I can't hear you guys. That's another thing. That's one thing weird about having pronunciation lessons here, is that I can't hear you guys. So what I'm gonna have to do is you're just gonna have to say it to yourself. So I'm gonna have to send you a word, and I'm gonna have to give it like 4 or 5 seconds, and you're gonna have to pronounce it to yourself out loud. So basically, you're gonna have to say it to yourself. Then after that, I'm gonna pronounce it the way it's supposed to be pronounced by Americans, okay? So let's get to it, all right? This is the first one. I think you guys know this one. I don't know why this is here, but it's the first word on the list. I don't know why it's there. But here we go. This word here. Okay. You ready? Say this word to yourself. And I think you all know this one. I think you all know this one. I give you 5 seconds, say it to yourself. Yeah, if you yeah, I can't if you can't hear me. Refresh. What the hell is that? Narrow. Yeah, refresh now. Yeah, do that. Can you hear now? Well, hopefully. Okay. Now, this word here is pronounced height, height, height. Pretty simple. I don't know how people usually pronounce this wrong. Well, I would guess at least maybe some Slavic people would probably say they make the H a little weirdly, similar to the H instead of a H. So they probably say height. Some people probably say height. But other than that, maybe they also say heat. Maybe they say heat or he good. I don't know how this word is usually pronounced correctly. And once again, I can't hear you guys, so I can only guess. Like hate. I hate. Oh, that's a good one. Yes, they could say hate because if you take away the H, it looks like the word eight. If you take away the H, it looks like the word eight. Good point. I didn't know that because, to be honest, most Russian people I know don't use this word. They kind of don't know this word. They kind of, on average, either they know it, but they just don't use it. Or they probably don't know it, or they just don't use it, okay? I say hate. Hate. Oh, okay, I said hate. See, there you go. So thanks for the honesty. Now I understand. This isn't hate. This is height. Height in Russian, I believe is rost. So you guys know that in height, when we measure height in America, we don't use centimeters like you do. We use feet and inches, not like nagi or something, or stupni. No, we use feet and inches. It's a different measuring system that you can look into. So I'm 5'9". I'm 5'9" with my height, 5 feet 9 inches. That's my height in, I'm not gonna say American, but that's my height, how we measure it in America. You guys use the metric system, which is much easier and actually better. It's actually much better. I hope one day America starts using the metric system because it makes way more sense than the crap we use. Do you know feet compared to centimeters? No, but I will go look that up right now. Okay. Feet, 1 foot is how many centimeters? 1 foot is 30 centimeters. 1 foot is basically 30 centimeters. 1 foot is basically 30 centimeters. So if 1 foot is 30, 5, that's 150. And then 9, that's about 23. So like maybe 173, 175, something like that. But then again, you have to know how many inches are in a foot. Wait. You have to know 12 inches equal 1 foot. You need to know that, you see? So now you can calculate it. You're calculating it before you knew how much an inch was, right? You're basing the inches on a centimeter standard and it was wrong. So now you can try again. So 12 inches is 1 foot. 5 feet plus 9 inches. What do you guys think that is? I estimated like 173 something because 30 times 5 at like 174, right? 1 inch. Yeah, damn, it feels like math class again. Yeah, I guess somewhere around there. That's my height. So if you want, you could try to calculate your height. That'll be pretty cool. And if you can, say it to yourself, my height is blah 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 blah. So I can say my height in feet and inches is 5'9", but my height in centimeters is 174. 174. My ex-girlfriend's height in centimeters, well, she wasn't a girlfriend, but in New York, she was from Germany. Her height was like 194. She was very, very tall. Okay, 174, but that girl was very tall. When we went out, it looked like it was a tall blonde mother with her adopted African child. That's what it looked like when we walked around together because she was so tall. She was very tall. It's crazy. She played volleyball and did boxing and stuff. So she was definitely a sportswoman too. So it looked kind of funny. All right, so that's the first word, height. I love how these words, not only do we learn how to pronounce them, but we can learn how to use them. You are about 188. Not about to 188, but you are about 188. That's another thing I want you guys to learn. When you're close to something, you can say, instead of saying near, you could just say about. Let's learn about. Okay, so for example, he just said he's basically saying he's 188. He can just say, I'm about 188 centimeters tall. I can say I'm about 5'9". 5 feet 9 inches. So what about means in this case is like near to, near to. So if someone asks me, how long have you been in Russia? I can say, it's been about, I don't know, maybe 3 years on and off, about 3 years. So that means if I put all the time I had in Russia together, it's almost 2 years. My height is 189. Yes. Okay. Near, yes, near slash almost. So that's using about. It's good to use that. I never taught that before, but it's good to use it because it's very common in America. I don't think they have that in British. Maybe. But I know in America we love using that when it's near. Like it's about blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? Okay. So moving on, next word that they say foreigners have a problem pronouncing. Really? This word? I wouldn't. Let me think this time. Oh, I do know how. I do know one way this would be pronounced in a strange way. They use according to my Brit friend. Ah, they use it. Okay. This word here, say it to yourself. Hopefully I didn't say it already like an idiot. But yeah, this is the word here. I believe in Russian it is frukti, or just frukt, because it's just one fruit. It will be frukt. I don't know how to say it. Frukti. Yeah, isn't that fruits? Oh, frukt. It's like one. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yes. But in English, it is fruit. It's just fruit. It's fruit. Now, I guess a lot of people mispronounce this by rolling their tongue on the R sound, like fruit. But other than that, I don't really see the error they make. Maybe fruit, or I can't imagine how this word possibly mispronounced. I'm trying to figure it out myself, but that it says it on the website. Before I leave, I'll give you guys a link to the website. It's not me, but I just want to teach the word. So it's fruit, just fruit, prosta. Okay. Okay. Now this one I can understand. The next one coming up, I can understand. I can definitely understand. Okay, this word some Americans even get wrong. So this word, pronounce this word. Give you 5 more seconds. Come on, he bit my damn leg. Jesus. I don't think go to McDonald's instead of biting me all the time. Okay. Subtle? I don't know. Subtle. Well, this word here is subtle. Subtle. It's actually subtle. So if anything, it's kind of pronounced like subtle. Subtle. Let's put it like this. Subtle. It's like subtle. Subtle. That's very subtle. Now I can guess how people say this wrong. They probably say subtle, subtle, subtly. No, no, not subtly. But people probably say subtle or subtle, something of that nature. But we just say subtle. Subtle. It's that simple. Subtle. Right. Don't pronounce the B. That's basically all you got to do. It's subtle. Don't pronounce the B. Okay? Yeah, I didn't know this word. Oh, this word is like when something isn't so loud or out in the open. Let me give you the best. Because when we say something subtle, it's like calm. That's how I got it. Subtle is like when something's calm. All right, so basically the definition I'm getting here is so delicate or precise as to be difficult to analyze or describe. So it's something delicate. So for in a given example sentence, his language expresses rich and subtle meanings, okay? And they have synonyms: fine, ultra fine, nice, over nice, precise, narrow. So basically, with something subtle, like I said before, is kind of nice, it's delicate, which means it's soft, it's not too hard or too loud, it's delicate, and it's very precise. It's very small, defined, okay? And it's something difficult to describe, something subtle. Yeah, of course, but I'm okay. Yes, the B is not pronounced. Yeah, it's a word that isn't used that much because one, a lot of people don't know how to say it. That's why it's not used so often. That's why it's not used, because people don't know how to say it too much. It's kind of annoying. I wish I knew the word in Russian, the closest word to it in Russian. In Russian. In Russian would be tonki? I don't know if I agree with that. Uh, I don't know if it's. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, it's. I don't think so. Subtle could also be delicate. Yes, it's close to delicate, soft, stuff like that. But slim, you can no, you can't say, "Wow, that's a subtle woman." No, no, it doesn't really work that way. I can't really say that. Искусный, деликатный. Well, delikatny jedva ulowimi. Okay, there you go. All right, so that's subtle, easy. Okay, now we only did like 4 words, and we're almost halfway through, and there's a lot more words to go. So let's keep moving. Um, this word here, actually, I never used this word in English until I came to Russia. So this word here, I think Russians know how to pronounce very well because I didn't even use it till I came here. This word, I've never used it till I came to Russia, and it's English. This word is I just don't like it, but Russians love to use it. Anyone know how this letter, giving away the answer over here. Does anyone know how this word is pronounced? And it looks like somebody already guessed. Yes, you can also use your Russian letters to express it. That's a good idea. You could use Russian letters to express it. Well, yeah, we have a winner basically already. It's Q. Q. Russians use the word Q a lot in America for a line, like a formation of people, one behind another, behind another, behind another. For that, a lot of Russians use Q for that, and we never use that in America, though. We never use that in America. I've never heard anyone say wait in the queue. Like, no one's going to say wait in the queue. If you say wait in the queue, what that sounds like to a New Yorker is to take the train and stay inside of it. The Q train, the letter Q, Q train. So if you tell a New Yorker go wait in the queue, they're going to think you're telling them to wait on the train. So yeah, don't use that in America. That sounds very strange. But yeah, a lot of Russians use this, because Russians generally learn. It's very British. It's very British, but It's because Russians generally learn British English in Russia. So yeah, it has French roots, of course. It has French roots. The British picked it up, but the Americans left it. The Americans left that word. We use Q, but it's rare. But we use it with music, only with music. That's the only place I see this. So it'll say next song in Q, next song in Q, stuff like that. When you're going through your music playlist, that's it. In French, it's keke, mmm, or que que. I don't know how to say it. But yeah, in French, there's all right. Oh, I guess he spelled it wrong. Hold on, he'll put it back because that was interesting to know how to say it in French. So hopefully he puts it back. So I have no idea. No, or she. Sorry, I have no idea how to pronounce what she wrote. So that's Q. Prosta. Next word. Oh, that's British. No, we don't need that one. Oh yeah, this one's common. Wow, and I can see many ways people pronounce this one wrong. So I can't complain. I can completely understand. And I'm gonna go grab some water real quick. Okay, this word here. Say it to yourself really quick. Chaos. Neplojah. Not bad. Looks like you guys generally have it. Yes, this word is pronounced chaos. Now, what is chaos? Oh, I know what chaos is. According to my British friend, chaos is a Russian girl. According to my British friend who is having his little issues in Russia. Oh man, I love water. In French, fare la queue. The pronunciation is similar to English. All right. Yes, chaos is basically madness, craziness, untamed, all those kind of things. That's chaos. So, in America, you might, not even in America, but anywhere around the world, you could cut on your TV sometimes, look on the news, and you'll see chaos in America from like riots. Maybe a police officer shot somebody and the people go crazy. And then it's just total chaos. The people are breaking windows, burning stores, or flipping cars over. That's chaos. All that is an example. I don't know the Russian word for chaos. I really don't know the Russian word, but see up house. Oh, I guess. Um, how would you explain you're all set? Is there any translation in Russian? I've heard it. You're all set. That just means everything's fine and you are ready to go. That's all that means. Yeah, everything's fine and you're ready to go. But when I got there, they would use it all the time. Yeah, you're all set. That just means you're finished. Get out of here. That's actually what that means is everything's done. Go away. To be honest, that's what that means. I'm not saying it's rude. It's a very nice phrase, but it means you're finished. Leave. That's really what it means. So if you go to a store and you say your cell phone is broken, once they fix your cell phone, they're going to say, okay, you're all set. And that means you're finished. Get out of here. That's what it means. But it's nice. I don't want you to think it's mean. But when someone tells you you're all set, that means they really have nothing else to say to you. The job is complete. So now it's just say goodbye and go away. But if they want to talk to you more or they have more to say, they're not going to say you're all set because they have more things to say to you. But once they say you're all set, that means get out of there. You're finished. Everything was handled. Go away. Just being as blunt as possible. Okay. So good question, and that's chaos. I see you guys still typing. Funny face. Let's see. Oh yeah. See how many of you know this one? Because this one is it's used. It's rarely ever written, but it's used. Who knows how to pronounce this word? This word right here is very, very special. Oh. Mm. It looks like you wrote all bait. But it's funny because you can pronounce this right if you know how to separate it. If you separated this word properly, it's if you separate certain letters, it's written exactly as you see it. All right, give you guys another 5 seconds. See if any of you can pronounce this. And it is used. It's not written much, but it is used. That's the closest one. It's literally pronounced like this. It's pronounced like albeit, in one word. It's very similar to if you were to say albeit. And what it basically means is though. What it basically means is though. So example sentence with albeit, I can say, what's an example? I started getting into really good shape by the time I was 30, albeit through slow progress. I started getting into good shape by the time I was 30 years old, albeit through slow progress. So it's just another way to say though. Because remember, I'll teach you guys to say like that ass though. That ass though. Remember when a girl's ugly but she has a great butt, people say that ass though. So with albeit, you can't say that ass albeit. No, it would be more like albeit that ass. So if they're like rich, like cultured men together, like rich men who studied in Harvard and they're very smart, one of them could say, "Hey guys, this is my girlfriend." And they say, "Wow, she's rather unattractive." But then he could say, "Well, albeit that ass." So, "Oh, all right, okay, yeah, we see." So yeah, that is how the rich people would say it, albeit that ass. Okay, I said I said that ass though in front of a black guy and he died crying. Yeah, because black people started it. So if you're not a black person and you say it, it's going to sound really funny. But if you're with white people, just say, albeit that ass, and they may laugh. Okay? Albeit that ass. Okay. All right. So we all understand albeit. Excellent. Now, just remember, you use that ass though, but when you're using though in that case, it could be for anything good or anything bad. It's not only for good things. I don't want you to think that. So, an ugly girl has a big butt. You can say, "Oh, that ass though," saying she's good because of her butt. But you could also say something bad because of it. So, for example, let's say there's a really pretty girl, but she has no teeth. Guys are like, "Oh man, she's so hot. She's so hot." You can say, "But those teeth though." Those teeth though, so it could be for something bad too. So don't forget. So she could be perfect in every way, but she has one tooth. You could say, "But that tooth though, that tooth, bro, I can't do that. That tooth though, albeit that tooth, I can't do it." All right, so we all understand that. Okay, moving on. Okay, here's another one. I think I can see why people mispronounce this one pretty easily. Say this one to yourself. If you could say this one, that'll be awesome. Another 5 seconds. Hmm. Women can be tricky, yes, but sex though. That's a perfect response to your women can be tricky, but sex though. That's why we deal with it because of that one reason. That's what I should have told my British friend. How do you deal with all this crazy girl? They're crazy, they're crazy. That's sex though. That's what I should have said. But anyway, this one is right, mishap. It is exactly, just separate it. Mishap. And the mishap is a mistake. It's just especially an unlucky mistake. It's a mishap. Not mishap. Mm-mm. Yeah, I can see some people probably mispronounce this by saying mishap or mishap. I think mishap is probably the most common mistake when pronouncing this word. Mhm. I think mishap is the most common mistake, but it's just mishap. And it's a unfortunate mistake. So example, what is the last mishap I've witnessed? A good mishap I've witnessed on YouTube maybe. Well, we've watched a number of videos together on this channel, and there are lots of mishaps. Remember, we used to watch videos together a lot of fails, and some fails are just mishaps. Just the person didn't even do anything wrong. It's not their fault. It was just an unfortunate situation, and it became a mishap. And we've seen many mishaps together in these lessons of people face planting, falling and hitting their balls, getting hit in the face with something, falling down the stairs, getting their head cut off. But it's all interesting. These are the kind of things we watch. All those are generally mishaps. So that one's easy. Is there a word for mishap in Russian? Or would you just обшивка? Or like mistake? As if they nailed it. Неудача. 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 Oh. Kazus Neodacha. Oh, okay, Neodacha. As if they nailed it. Well, when you nail something, when someone says they nailed it, that means they did something perfectly. So I can't really say they nailed it, because if they nailed it, it wouldn't have been a mishap. So if you nail something, you do it perfectly. So none of them nailed it. Only thing they nailed was looking stupid. And yes, they nailed that perfectly. Okay. So that's mishap. Perfect. Okay, let's get to the next word. Hopefully this is a good one. Oh, yes. Yes. This one is definitely a good one. Okay. Boom. Boom. Sorry, my first boom was a lie. It was a mishap. This is the real boom. And there's the word right there. Okay. Now, who knows how to pronounce this word? P. Party maker. Hey, party make. Wait, what happened? Do the party. Oh, the light. Now, the one time I want the light to go crazy, it doesn't do it. God damn it. Hold on. Whatever. Whatever. I hate my life. Recipe. Yes, that is good. It is recipe. Recept. No, it is recipe. And what is a recipe? A recipe is basically the ingredients to making something. Not just the ingredients, but what to do in order to make it, but it usually contains all the items, what you have to do, put the eggs in a microwave and all this stuff. That's the recipe, all the things it needs and how to make it. So I guess I can see how people pronounce this wrong. They probably say recipe, um, re, recype, uh, recipe, maybe recipe. I don't know. There's many ways people could say this word wrong, but oh, there we go. Party maker, hey, party maker, shake it, shake it. Okay, but yeah, they probably say all those other things. Okay. Yes, the instructions of how to cook something. Yes, gotta mention receipt as well. Yeah, it does make me want to mention receipt. I should just put that there too, next to it, and I'll pronounce them both. Okay, give me a second. I'm doing it the lazy way. Slash. Okay, there you go. You have receipt. You have recipe first, then you have receipt right after. Recipe, how to cook something, all the ingredients, blah, blah, blah. Receipt. It's basically after you pay for something, it's the proof that you paid for it. That is your receipt. That is your receipt. So what's funny is I would show you now, but it's over there and I'm lazy. If you guys remember, I usually give these lessons with really big headphones, really, really big headphones usually, but they broke. They broke. I don't know how. One side works and the other side doesn't. So I have a 2-year warranty on these headphones. So tomorrow I have to go to the DNS store. In Russia, DNS is a big electronic store chain, huge. They have a bunch of electronics, TVs, cameras, all that stuff. It's kind of like the Best Buy. America has like Best Buy and stuff. In Russia, it's DNS and M Video and some other places. So I have to take my receipt, not a recipe, but I have to take my receipt down to DNS tomorrow and say, hey, my headphones broke. And so I have the receipt here. I paid for a warranty. I want another one for free. I'll be able to do that if I bring my receipt. Now, if I want to use recipe in a sentence, I like pancakes. And I know a guy out here in Russia, in Novosibirsk, who used to work in America, and he worked in IHOP. And IHOP is the best place to get pancakes in America, the best place. And he knows the recipe to make these pancakes. He knows them, but he says they cannot be made in Russia generally because in Russia you don't have the right things that you need to make them, the right ingredients. Russia doesn't have the right ingredients. It's very hard to make those IHOP pancakes. So of course I was sad. Of course I was sad when he told me that, but he knows the recipe. So recipe is how to make something, and your receipt is proof that you bought something. It's proof. It's the evidence, okay? So yeah, thanks for reminding me, somebody. Tony put receipt up there. Good looking out. Let's see, next one. I'm gonna skip that one. This one's better because we don't have that much time. Okay, here's the next word. Who knows how to pronounce this? Who are that man? Wow. Party maker. Basically, actually, that's more like wham. That's actually more like wham. So I don't know if I agree with how you put it. Vam. Maybe no one knows this one. Interesting. We don't have the sound in Russian. Well, okay, yes. I can spell this in Russian. I can easily spell this in Russian. I can. Okay, I have to get my Russian keyboard. Okay. Party maker. Here's my Russian keyboard. Now try to spell it. Okay. Okay. What the hell? Oh, okay. Okay. Wow, this is hard. This is definitely hard. How would you spell it? Okay. Okay, here we go. 1 second. Okay, this might be a terrible try, but that's Russian. Whoa. Whoa. I tried to spell it in Russian, but I don't think that works because it's not vom. It's not v. It's u. So it's It's hard. I don't know how to spell it in Russian. That's very hard to spell in Russian, but it's definitely not vom. It could be because it's w, and the way I know to make w is ua, womb, womb, womb. That's hard. That's hard to spell in Russian. I spelled it womb, womb, but it's not close. Okay, so yeah, that one is very hard to spell, but it's womb. It's just womb, basically. And I don't want to discuss what a womb is right now, because I'm a little hungry and I don't want that on my brain too much. But it's graphic and scary because when I think of womb, I think of the first time and the only time I saw a lady give birth was when I was a kid and some asshole. Now that I think about it, how did he show me that? I was a kid, so oh, he showed me a picture. He didn't show me a video. He showed me a picture, and that scared the hell out of me as a kid. And yeah, I've never been the same since. So yeah, that almost made me into an asexual when I was a kid. Asexual means I thought I would grow up and only have sex with myself because I thought that shit was so disgusting. It just scared the hell out of me, you know. But anyway, yeah, womb, womb. That's the closest actually. That's a good one. Who did that? That was Edict. That's not bad. That's pretty close. I don't think you can spell it exactly. That's close. Yeah, that's a good one. All right. So let's get to the next one. Okay, next word. Oh, this should be a good one. This one is advanced, guys. This one's going to be advanced, and this is an American word too. Come on, asshole. Boom. Who knows this word? Who knows this word here? Who knows this word? Yeah, this one's a difficult one. Definitely advanced. It's not commonly used to be honest, but it is interesting. Caveat, caveat. Yeah, it sounds similar to caviar, but instead of the R, it's caveat. Caveat. Now, this word is not used often, people. If you don't know how to pronounce this word caveat, or you don't know what it means or anything too well, it is not that important because unless you're like in the army, it's not important and people do not use this word. People do not use this word. No, that's caveat. So that's not it. But caveat sounds something like a warning, yes, something of some kind of warning. But this word is not that important. So we're really not going to spend any time with it. I just wanted to show you that there are some words that are pretty difficult. And this one kind of breaks the rules because that pronunciation there isn't an American styled word to pronounce. Caveat. That's like sounds like French pronunciation or something. Caveat. It just sounds strange to even say. And then you say it's American English. That's crazy, you know. So this word is definitely not very important. Caveat. It's unbelievable. Okay. Oh, but this one is important. This one is very important and it's very common and it's just as difficult. And it makes no goddamn sense. There's no way you can even guess this. You know, there's no way you could guess this. So, what do you guys think? Does anyone know how to pronounce this one? Whoever decided to spell this word this way, I swear they deserve a kick in the throat. Colonel, Colonel. Okay, the closest person seems to be right here. Hassan, I think he got the closest. Colonel. Yeah, not Cornel, but more like Colonel. Yeah, Cornel. I guess that's in Russian. Kennel, Colonel, no. You guys are getting close, but it's just Colonel. Colonel, like Colonel Sanders, the KFC guy. If you eat KFC and you've seen that man, the white guy with the white hair and stuff, and like the glasses, that's the Colonel. Colonel, yeah. Basically how Ivan just wrote it, Colonel. So this word is Colonel. I don't know who decided to spell it this way, but I swear to God, whoever spelled it that way, I hope they get kicked in the forehead. I hope they get punched in the forehead, like right here for spelling it that way, because that is just so aggravating. I've always said Russian is easier to read and write than English, because in Russian you typically write it or read it the way it's pronounced. There's not so many, it's much simpler than English. English, you don't read it and write it how it's pronounced. You just got to know. Right, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. But that's just how it is. So yeah, Russians, your grammar and stuff may be more difficult, but you are fortunate to actually have your words written how they're pronounced. We miss many letters when pronounced. Nothing in comparison to English. And it's not just that we miss letters sometimes. We have words that could be spelled many different ways because there's many different ways to make certain sounds with English letters in English. There's many different ways. Like the word eat can be spelled many ways, just the word eat. So if in Russian you had the word eat, it would be easy. It would be e-t, period. But us, it could be like this. It could be many ways to just spell eat. For example, you see, I can go on. There's many ways you'd be able to spell it. I can do this forever. You understand? But in Russian, it's much simpler. It's much simpler. You just write eat generally. Only thing that confuses me in Russian is two things. And one thing I hate. I fucking hate it. I don't know if it's because Russian people are lazy or something. But okay. I'll show you guys an example. Okay, I'm gonna write it. It's still nothing in comparison. Nothing in comparison. Where's the letter? There's this one letter in Russian. It's not even here. Oh, here it is. Okay, you guys see this letter? You guys see the Russian letter I just put there? That is a yo. That letter makes the yo sound. But in Russia, I don't know what happened, but people got so lazy that they stopped using the two dots you see on top of the E. And when you don't use the two dots on top of the E, it's supposed to make the yeah sound. But when Russians use this letter to mean yo, most of the time they don't put the two dots. So for Russians, that's typically not a problem because they know what it is already. They already know. But to a foreigner learning, you have no fucking idea. So it's very often that I read a word, like maybe I'm ordering something from a menu and I'm reading a word on the list. And then, my friends or the people start laughing. Now I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, right. It wasn't among the letters. You're right. And everyone starts laughing. I'm like, what the fuck? And they're like, Phil, that's the yo, not yet. I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to know? And I go crazy. And then sometimes I get scared. I could be reading a word, and then I look and I see the E there, and I don't know if it's yo or yeah. So just to be safe, sometimes I pronounce it yo, like yo, and they're like, Phil, that's yeah. And I'm like, oh, this is fucking ridiculous. And then so yeah, you just gotta actually memorize it. But other than that, they're just lazy to do it, or it's because on the Russian keyboard, it's like near escape. So it's not even with the regular letters. It's not with the regular letters because I have a Russian keyboard here. It's like, it's all the way up here. This is where it is. It's all the way up here. It's like a number and shit. Okay, because yo is the wrong place on the keyboard. It takes too long to reach the button. True. Can we ask him questions or he just talks? You could ask questions, but it has to be on the topic. And right now we're talking about yo and yeah, and we're discussing pronunciation. So if it's about that stuff, go for it. Yeah, so let's keep moving on. We have another 5 minutes. Okay, another word. Look for something worth it. Yeah, this is a good one. This is a good one. And a lot of Americans get this one wrong themselves. I love it. Okay, ready? This word here. How is this word pronounced? And remember, guys, this lesson is pre-recorded, so you're not really talking to me. You think you're talking to me. It's not really me. It's pre-recorded. I'm pretending to give a lesson. I'm not really here. Remember, a lot of people are smart and they know these things. I'm not real. I mean, I'm real, but I'm not really here right now. It's pre-recorded, and we're pretending as if we're talking to each other. Remember, right? I'm not a real person. I'm not here. You know, haters, they say a lot of stuff. Right. This computer robot. This is an old lesson. When you see someone typing, it was planned. This is an old recorded conversation, and I'm not actually answering anybody. I love people. Oh, sorry, I was just thinking a British accent. Oh, no problem. Debris. Uh, okay. Well, the answer is debris. Just take away the S. It's only debris. And it's so funny how so many Americans say debris, debris. You know, it's unbelievable how they say that. So debris, what is debris? It's basically little stuff from a disaster, like little pieces of objects that got destroyed in a disaster. So like if a building like September 11th, you know, when a airplane ran into the building, all the stuff flying everywhere because of that is debris. So people had to run because there was falling debris that could land. Party maker, shake it, shake it. There's debris that could have landed on your head. So that's debris, okay? Debris is typically garbage, but they're not really synonyms. I wouldn't say that. So I don't want to say, hey, can you throw this cup out? Yeah, this cup is some debris. Can you throw it out? No, it doesn't work that way. It's just debris is garbage, but garbage isn't debris. So it's not a fair comparison. Yeah, small pieces in comparison to what it was connected to. So you can have a piece of debris that's literally uh, like 20 centimeters long. It could be like 20 centimeters long. That's bigger than you, but it was part of something that was 5,000 centimeters long. So that's debris, a small piece of something. Typically, this piece was created by some kind of destruction, some dangerous, strong force, like a bomb or something, typically bombs and things like that. So in war, no, like especially with a tornado, if you guys know what a tornado is, or tornado is something that mostly happens in America. Um, Damn, you guys know what a tornado is, right? They're very scary. They're very they spin very quickly, and they're very scary. But many Americans love them. A lot of Americans actually follow tornadoes. They follow them and film them. You know, mostly the white people, the black people. Don't we don't mess with tornadoes. No, you guys can have them. We're gonna go hang out in cities where there's a. It's funny because a lot of people wonder why there's no black people in near like the central of America. That's because that's Tornado Valley. We're not messing around with tornadoes. We go to where the tornadoes aren't. That's why we're not over there. Do you know the word arguments? Because I was told it does not exist, but I use it and everybody understands. Do you use it, such words? Age mates? It looks like arguments at first. Age mates. What it sounds like on top of my head, if I'm pronouncing it right, age mates is like people who are of the same age. Age mate? What the fuck is age mate? No, yeah, age mate. Yeah, it's a word, but that sounds so weird. I don't think we use it. Yeah, you don't have tornadoes in Russia. What disasters do you even have in Russia? Only thing I think in Russia you have is some blizzards, like a lot of snow, and it may stop things, like stop cars and stuff. But I don't think you guys have any real natural disasters in Russia. You don't have any real big earthquakes. You don't have many tornadoes. You don't have hurricanes. You don't have, yeah, you guys don't have anything here. In America, we have hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, no tsunamis, meteors. That's not really that has nothing to do with Russia though. The meteor was just random. That's not about Russia. It's just random. It randomly landed in Russia. What else we have in America? We have droughts. We have droughts. You know, drought is when there's no rain for a long time and many people become thirsty and there's no water. We have droughts. we have a lot of shit that happens in America. A lot of natural disasters in Russia. You just have bears sometimes that'll kill you and snow. That's it. Every winter is a disaster. Okay, I agree with that. I agree with that. But you guys are pretty lucky in Russia to not have any of that shit. You have none of it. You know, you have none of it. So yeah, awesome. All right, that is our time. Any questions? You can ask it now before I continue on with my sleep. I was having a good sleep. I know I was having good sleep because my mouth was open. My mouth was open when I woke up, so I knew it was a good sleep. I heard so. Meteors like Russia. It's not so much that meteors like Russia, just Russia's a big piece of land. So if you calculate things mathematically, meteors should, if they land anywhere, odds of it landing in Russia is pretty high, so it makes perfect sense. Odds of a meteor hitting Ukraine in comparison to Russia is barely a comparison. It's because of the size of Russia. I feel I just said same. What did I say? Oh yeah, we are just huge. Sorry, I didn't see you say that. Why don't you start producing peanut butter cup pies or anything American here in Russia like root beer? Um, it's not a bad idea. I know a girl here, a real attractive girl who I used to, be really close to, and she makes peanut butter. And I would get in the business with her, but I don't trust her that much. And plus, she has a boyfriend now, so it's not even worth it. I'm not going through that. So maybe if I find someone else who makes peanut butter here, I can get in business with her like that. So yeah, people, that's it. Our time is up. I will see you guys Monday. What the lesson will be, I have no idea. But you guys can stay here, talk to yourself. I'll put the sound on. You guys can chat and stuff if you like. But yeah, I'm out, guys. Next time. Later.